Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So when I gave birth to my son, my first child, I suffered so much. I didn't have good orientation. Nobody told me about it until I had so much pain. I was in so much pain, and I called my mom, and she started telling me she went through the same issue. I called my friend, said she went through the same issue, and none of them had solution. What am I talking about? I'm talking about how to avoid nipple pain and crack during breastfeeding, and helping your child, helping your baby to have a good latch. How do you avoid nipple pain and cracks, those wounds, those pain on your breast when you're breastfeeding? Like most mommies will attest to what I'm saying. Like I suffered for over 6 weeks. Once my baby starts breastfeeding, like in short, when he starts crying, I'll start crying. Like even as I'm talking about it, I'm having goosebumps. It was a very horrible experience. By the time I healed from it, it was as if somebody came to save me. So I know and a lot of people don't cope. Once they have that pain, it's unbearable, they just stop breastfeeding. These days, there are nipple creams out there that help, but sometimes they don't even help so much. But some people, they don't even help them at all. For some people, it does, but they're so concerned about their baby's well-being, even though they say they are safe. As far as they don't know what is put inside, they are so concerned. So first of all, the first thing to do for your baby to avoid nipple pain, do not allow your baby to suck on the nipple directly. Most people don't know how to have a good latch. Some babies suffer with how to latch properly. Like my second child, Eliana, she didn't know how to latch. Like she would turn her head, both of us would be tired. Even the mouth was small. So it will be very difficult. So what you do is, do not allow baby to latch directly on your nipple. Once the baby holds the nipple, it will surely be very, very painful. You will have wounds, you will have cracks, it will be hurting until the baby finishes. Even the baby will not enjoy the breast because he won't be sucking well. Let your baby's mouth be wide open. Most times you allow them to be hungry, so that they will not very hungry, because when they are very hungry, they become impatient, they become so fussy, and it's very hard to get them to latch properly. You allow them, you can use the breast. How I used to do my son is, when I started discovering and trying to help myself, I will allow him, I will use the breast to touch his mouth, and then he will be nodding his head. You know how newborns do, and he will open his mouth wide, and then I'll put the breast inside. You allow them to latch on the areola, the black thing on your breast. At the beginning of the areola, once they latch on that, the nipple is not directly on their tongue. They are not squeezing the nipple, so it is not hurting. The wound is at the beginning of the nipple. The whole of the nipple used to be inflamed, but when they latch on the areola, even though you feel pain because they are newborns, they suck very hard, it is not that bad. And then only at the beginning of the sucking, once they balance yourself, you don't feel the pain again. So let the baby not latch directly on your nipple. Make conscious effort. If they will not be stable, allow them to start crying. Once they cry and open wide their mouth, then you fix the breast inside, they'll be comfortable with it. And then another one, you will notice that when your baby empties your breast, they show signs of satisfaction by letting the nipple go and then falling asleep immediately. But if they don't latch well, they are hardly satisfied. Babies that don't latch well are hardly satisfied. You see them keep crying. Sometimes they'll say, my baby breast milk is not enough for my baby. That's because the baby did not latch well. So the milk wasn't coming out the way they wanted, and they got tired. Most times they stop sucking, not because they are full, but because they got tired, because the position, how the nipple was not comfortable, it was not flowing well, so they became fussy, and they stopped. Some just fall asleep, and they keep losing weight, and you're wondering whether you should give formula. It's because the baby is not having a good latch. Some babies don't latch well because they have tongue tie. So if you've done everything, you can look at their mouth, it's as if the tongue did not detach. It's from, the tongue normally has where it's attached, but their own is like full to the teeth. So you look at it, you can take them to the hospital, they perform a minor surgery to untie that. They heal very, very fast. And then when the baby did not latch well, when the baby have a good latch, you will not feel so much pain. Sometimes when the baby latches poorly, you will hear clicking, sucking, loud noises like clink, clink, clink. It will be too much, too loud. The clicking noises will be too loud. That you know that the baby did not latch well. Sometimes they make noise, but when the noises are so frequent and loud, they did not latch well. So they are not feeding well. Even if you are not feeling so much discomfort, they are not feeding well. And another way of knowing that the baby did not latch well, when they come out, when they stop breastfeeding, you see that your nipple will be like a lipstick shape because they pressed it. They are not supposed to press it. So you know that the baby did not latch well. So the breastfeeding positions that help baby to latch well, we have the cradle holding, where you put your baby like this. Some mommies allow their baby, let me use my phone. The baby is like this, and then they will just allow the baby's neck to still be that side, and they'll be breastfeeding the baby. You're supposed to turn your baby to face you. The baby is not supposed to face up, and then you will now be dragging the breast, and then the baby's neck will be like this. It will be very painful. When I was breastfeeding my son, I didn't know all those things. That's how you put his neck, and then you breastfeed small and stuff, because the neck is hurting. Even though they say babies are flexible, they are not rubber, they are human beings. So he will stop until my sister-in-law saw me one day, and she was like, what the hell do you think you are doing? Turn the baby. So she turned him, and my son breastfed very well and slept off. That was when he started swelling up like a balloon. When you hold your baby, turn your baby like this. Let the baby face you and hold your baby like this. That way the baby will face you, and then the breast will be directly in the baby's mouth. That way the baby will breastfeed very well. Even you will feel less pain. You won't be having that kind of pain again. And then some people prefer to hold the baby like this. You can hold the baby like this. The baby will be facing the breast up like this, and then you can breastfeed. That position is not bad as well. Then some people lie down, but the lying down, until your baby master how to suck, and even you master how to breastfeed, and then you have already mastered the motherhood thing. Like even if it's your fourth child, you know, when you give birth early, it's very difficult, because if you lie down and the baby is choking, you will not know, and then the baby is full, you will still not know. But when you hold the baby up, you sit up and you hold the baby, you will understand that, okay, now baby is full, or now baby is not doing well on the breast, so let me help him. And always support your breast. Do not leave baby with the breast. Some mothers, their breast is very big. They will just put breast in baby's mouth and leave it. Lord Jesus, it's like they carry car and put on top of your head to be going. You want to kill my baby for me, Biko? Hold the breast. And then some mothers are pressing their breast, pressing for milk. You will choke the baby. The milk will come out of the mouth, nose, everywhere. That is not how to do it. Just hold the breast to support the weight of the breast, and then let the baby be sucking, so that the baby will not do so much work. Some baby want to put even as early as infant, like my son used to carry his 2 fists and put on the breast. Allow them to put on the breast. Some people will just put the baby like this as if they are fighting. Let the baby, you know, when the baby is latched like that, they are relaxed, and when they are relaxed, the pain, the pain will reduce. But when you are making the baby very uncomfortable, why some mothers feel so much pain is because when you make your baby very uncomfortable, the baby is holding on to the breast so that they won't fall. They are afraid, so they squeeze the breast in more so that they won't fall, because their hands are small. You see them doing their hands in the air like this. It's your breast they will hold though. It's your breast that they will turn to that thing that is preventing them from falling. But when you make them comfortable, they are not afraid. They will relax. Their jaws too will relax. So even you will not feel so much pain. So when you do all these things, and then always use warm towel and press the breast from time to time, especially when you're taking your bath, clean it and then press warm towel. Personally, like if you have palm kernel oil or olive oil or coconut oil, after breastfeeding, if you feel pain, you can apply on it, or you can buy lanolin. Or there are so many people online selling good breastfeeding creams that you can still apply Personally, how I used to do it when I gave birth to my second child, I will apply it immediately after I feed my baby, and once my baby wants to breastfeed, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll wash it with soap, then wash it with cold water, then wash it with warm water, and then wipe it very well before I come and give her. I didn't used to give her with the lanolin in her mouth or with the product I bought in her mouth. So you can do that as well, so that the pain will go, because that pain is excruciating, and if you don't have mind, you will stop breastfeeding your baby. And some people, because of that pain alone, their breast milk dries, and some people develop high blood pressure because thinking of I want to breastfeed baby alone, their heart start jumping and develop high blood pressure. So please, if you do all these things, you will not feel the kind of pain I went through. And even if you are going through it presently, you do these things, you will feel relief. So I'll see you again in our next video. Stay blessed. Bye.